Hey, what up, everybody? Stevie Breach coming to you. Wanted to get my Wrestlemania 29 predictions out of the way. Wanted to be one of the first ones to get them up. I think I have built the card to what I think it's going to be. I know a lot of the matches are already pretty much set in stone. I think 6 of them are pretty easy. Number 7, 8, and 9, I sort of put the pieces together, the book on my own. Want to get it out there, my good buddy Luke Cage 29, or Luke Cage, or Rage Cage 29 has, I guess he hasn't really closed his channel, but he's moving. His new address will be Luke Cara, sort of like Sin Cara, but Cara has an extra R. So I guess it's LUKECARRA is where you will find him from now on. I know he said he's going to put up a video tonight for a Monday Night Raw review. It's like 2010 all over again. But basically, I got 9 matches here. I know that the last few WrestleManias have had 8. They've had 9 before. They've done 10 before. If you go crazy, back in the day, they used to have like 13 matches on a Mania card, but they were all like 2 minutes long, so they didn't really matter in the long run. I wanted to fit this down to 8. I know that the WrestleMania preview show, which I believe will be on YouTube still, is going to be an hour this year. So I'm guessing that they'll at least have 2 matches, or maybe they'll just do a whole crap load of last minute trying to get you to buy by showing a whole lot of replays and interviews and stuff like that. The WrestleMania all day from WrestleMania 16, WrestleMania 2000 as well. That was a lot of fun, but that thing was like 5 or 6 hours long. I know I have it on DVD. I know it takes 4 DVDs to have the whole thing, however long it is. Basically, the opener of the show, I basically believe, is going to be Jericho versus Ziggler. I'm basically picking Jericho to win this match because they haven't let Ziggler win one in a long time. I want this to be the opener for the one reason that I believe it's going to get everybody on their toes. For the one reason that the World Heavyweight Championship match has not been the lead-off like it has been in the last 2 years. Plus, I believe these 2 guys know they can go out and have a good match. And both of them are, you know, I guess you can call Ziggler a show-off, basically because he's to steal the show. And Jericho, I believe, is the same way. He's not going to let us down on a WrestleMania match. I know that the WrestleMania match between him and CM Punk is not one of my favorites, but it is a favorite for a lot of people out there. This feud is sort of strung together, but I guess you can just easily base it off of that Ziggler made Jericho terminate his contract with WWE, forcing him to leave for a while, so I guess that's why it's easy to put it together, and a lot of people like to stand up on their toes knowing that Ziggler has already wrestled, and he has the Money in the Bank contract, so when the World Heavyweight Championship match does come along, you have a good chance of him coming out there. Then I'm going with Miz versus Cesaro for the United States Championship. I'm going to take Miz in this match. I do think this has a great chance of being on the pre-show. It is a shame because these guys have put a lot into this feud. They really work well together. I haven't seen one of these matches been bad. It sort of sucked that I believe it was on SmackDown, the 2 out of 3 falls. They didn't show you the second fall. That was pretty dumb. Honestly, but I'm going to pick Miz to win this match. I know Cesaro's a good guy. I think they want to get the title off him and start building him up towards being a contender for the World Heavyweight Championship. I believe he had a good run with the United States Championship, but I think he has bigger and better things in his future. And, you know, Miz, they sort of gave him the shaft by letting him win the WrestleMania 27 match. At WrestleMania 28, they let him win the SmackDown vs. Raw match. And I think there was supposed to be some sort of a payoff to him winning that and, you know, being on Laurinaitis' side and Laurinaitis owing him a favor. But Laurinaitis was removed from power before anything could come out of that storyline as well. From there we go to Team Hell No. I'm going to have them go up against the Team Rhodes Scholars. I believe that's the best match you can get, but by putting that match together, I'm going to end up leaving Mysterio, Sin Cara, and the Primetime Players off of my thing. I could see this going sort of classic WrestleMania with them having a 4 corners match or a tag team elimination match or whatever they call those scramble matches just to make sure they get everybody out there. Mysterio and Sin Cara, WWE's got a lot of money invested in those guys, and for them to leave, get left off of WrestleMania, I don't think is going to happen, so put that together. Anyways, I think the Team Hell No storyline doesn't come together unless one of them turns on each other when they lose the titles, so that way you can finally have a blow-off. So I'm picking that we're going to have a turn later in the show, and I don't really see them doing 2 turns on the same show in different matches. So I'm going to pick Team Hell No to win no matter who the hell they fight. From there, we go to Ryback versus Mark Henry. This match has every chance of being what Goldberg versus Brock Lesnar was at WrestleMania 20. 2 big guys don't work extremely well, and you're going to put them in there together. This really has a big chance of blowing up in everybody's faces and becoming horrible. Whatever happens, I'm going to pick Ryback to win. Just get back on the winning ways and work his way towards finding a way into the WWE Championship picture. From there, we'll go to Orton, Show, and Sheamus going up against The Shield. I think it really, really sucks the way they did the turn for Show. Doesn't really make a whole lot of sense. Everybody hates him when he bounces back and forth. It looked like he really found his niche as becoming a heel. Everybody sort of believed the whole John Laurinaitis ironclad contract deal that he could do whatever he wanted to. And I don't know. It's just sort of dumb. Really hoping this is the show that Randy Orton will finally turn. I know that it wouldn't really make a whole lot of sense. But, you know, the Shield are 3 guys that are really sort of hooked up with a whole Team Heyman thing, really helping CM Punk out a lot, fighting for the injustice. But they have showed up on episodes like NXT to pop the crowd. And, you know, that doesn't really have to do a whole lot with CM Punk or Paul Heyman when they're involved in that stuff. So I'm not really sure, but it would be nice to see maybe Orton don the black outfit of the Shield and just become one of those guys. Well, not really become one of those guys, because where he is, he'd have to be the leader. He couldn't just fall in line with these 3 rookies. But Orton heel is just desperately needed for me. I know the second he turns heel, 2 pay-per-views later, I'm going to be saying Orton sucks again. But at least it'll make him fresh for me. And I don't know. I'm just not a Randy Orton fan. I don't like him one way or the other. But the thought of him maybe turning has kept me interested in for the last couple of months. From there, we go to Swagger versus Del Rio. I'll pick Swagger to win just for the storyline to continue on. Mostly because I don't know where they go with either of these guys. Once Swagger loses and is finally lost and they've made Del Rio become the hero that he is, I'm not really sure where Swagger goes with his storyline. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense. Maybe he could fight Mysterio. Maybe he can fight Sin Cara and keep the storyline going. Maybe he can fight a guy like Sheamus and be mad that all the Ireland guys are in America. I don't know. From there, we'll go to Punk versus Taker. Obviously, I'm going to take Taker for the win just to continue his streak, but CM Punk's going to look like gold, and it'll make his stock rise into WWE higher. We'll go Triple H versus Lesnar. Triple H has a horrible, horrible record at WrestleMania. And I think it's going to continue here. I think he knows that him winning one match against Brock Lesnar isn't going to mean a whole lot to his career. He has a whole lot to really base it off if he's not really going to need it. Brock Lesnar, he's going to be around for the next 2 or 3 years. He signed his extension for. He's not going anywhere. Losses really hurt this guy because he doesn't fight all the time. We're sort of guaranteed 2, maybe 3 matches a year from this guy. So you got to keep this guy hot to make you want to fight another fight. He lost to Cena. He beat Triple H. He should beat Triple H again, and maybe you can use him and keep him hot for a Rock match at SummerSlam or WrestleMania next year. I think everybody would like to see a rematch between him and Cena. So I think keeping him hot and not making him look like a fool losing at WrestleMania will be the best, even though it doesn't really make sense with the Triple H storyline that he's been training ever since SummerSlam to beat this guy. But it doesn't really make a whole lot of sense for Lesnar to lose. Rock versus Cena. I'll take Cena for the win in the easy way. That I think it's just payback. And hopefully we can get a trilogy of this. I know people aren't going to really like it because they thought once in a lifetime. They don't like twice in a lifetime. But honestly, I don't think Rock can lose one match to John Cena and it can balance John Cena out. If Cena would have won the first match and they never would have had another match again, it doesn't make sense. But when you're playing for the World Series or the NHL Stanley Cup or the NBA Finals, you don't play the best of 2, and the guy who wins the second one wins it all. It's always a best of 3, best of 5, a best of 7. So, tying it up 1-1, even though this is for the WWE Championship, doesn't end the storyline to me. I need more. I know in this, I didn't book everybody. Wade Barrett, your Intercontinental Champion. It's going to be a shame to not see him at Mania. Zack Ryder, not one of my favorite guys, but just like Brodus Clay, had a big role in last year's WrestleMania, and it'd be a travesty to not see them do something. But you can always have Brodus Clay do some sort of a backstage sketch, much like Mick Foley did last year, and at least people get to see him. But Wade Barrett's a guy that I really like to see wrestle. We'll have to see where we go from here, though. So hope everybody enjoys your WrestleMania and get your prediction videos in, and let me know what you guys think. I'll be enjoying Monday Night Raw. Make sure you check out Luke Cara, LukeCarra, and get your Luke Cage 29 videos in. Peace out.